Hi guys, today we're making these honey pepper biscuits and they are absolutely amazing, so let's jump right in. You need 2 cups of AP flour, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Here we have a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. You're going to need 3/4 cups of unsalted butter, cold and cubed, plus 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, melted. You need a 1/4 cup of mascarpone cheese, 2/3 cups of whole milk, and black pepper and honey for dressing the tops. So we're going to get started with all of the dry ingredients and get them into the bowl. If you don't have dark brown sugar, you can use regular brown sugar. It really doesn't matter. And we're going to get all of those things into the bowl and whisk them and try to incorporate them as much as we can. Try to get it incorporated evenly. And then once we get that all mixed up, it is time to add our butter. People, please spray your butter dish with a little cooking oil before you do this so it won't stick like mine. So just get that cold butter in there. I actually keep mine in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. That's how you get that flaky biscuit, because it's really cold. You could go in with your hands at this point. I'm showing you this because if you don't have a biscuit cutter, you could keep going and do this full step with your hands until you get the beaded consistency. I did switch to the biscuit cutter. I just like it. I like the way it incorporates. I like the way it incorporates the butter. Can't speak today. And gets it ready for the next step. So now we're going to add our mascarpone cheese. And once again, spray your containers with a little cooking oil so all this stuff slides right out and you won't have this problem. Once we get the mascarpone cheese in though, I do use my hands for this full step because you want to incorporate all of that mascarpone cheese and make sure you're getting all of that flour coated. So once you start seeing this mixture how it's sticking together a little bit, when I push it, this is what you're looking for. So you just keep going with the hands until you get this consistency where it pushes and stays together. So now that I have what I'm looking for, I'm going to give my hands a rinse at the sink. And then we're going to come back and add our milk. And this is our last step to form our biscuit dough. So I'm back to a spatula here. And you're just going to let all of that mixture absorb that milk. And you will see that your dough will start to come together. Once your dough comes together, please dust an area for you to form your dough. You need a little bit more flour than this. You'll see that, but hey, they still worked out fine. Just use a liberal amount of flour. And then you get to forming your dough. This dough is not that sticky. A little bit sticky, but not very sticky. And I do have a little flour that I will add that I have on standby just in case. And I did add some. But you can start off with a little more. That way you won't have this problem. But either way, the biscuits are getting done. So once we get that formed into a disc, about 1 inch thick, just try to get it as even as possible so that you can get ready to cut your biscuits. Once we get it formed how we want to, I used a 2-inch biscuit cutter or cookie cutter, whatever you want to use. And that gave me about 10 or 11 biscuits. So 2 inches are pretty good. And it was good for like breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that. So you want to get it as even as possible. Then you go in with your cutter and you start forming your biscuits. Guys, this recipe is really easy. Once you get all of your ingredients ready, you're good to go. So once we get these cut out, you're going to get about, like I said, 10 or 11. Once you cut out this, you just form the dough again and keep cutting your biscuits until you get all of them cut out. And you will have something like this. Now, you need your cast iron skillet ready and greased up very well so that you can place them in. And once you place them in, it's okay if they touch on the sides. Just give them a little, that's fine. Give them a little room, you know what I mean? You can feel it, but you could give them a little breathing room. touching is fine. If you want to do less, it's fine. So you dust your unsalted butter on top, and then you get ready to sprinkle your black pepper. Now, if you wanted to stop here and just have these beautiful buttery biscuits, you could, but these are honey pepper biscuits, so I did add the pepper, and I had a few extra ones, so I didn't dust them with the pepper for my daughter to eat, like for a snack after school or whatever. But either way, but the honey and the pepper together, amazing flavor. So once you get it all peppered up, they go into the oven for about 20 minutes, and you come out with this golden brown goodness that has your house smelling like just old days, the old days, okay, when your grandmother made biscuits for you in the morning. These are beautiful. Try them. Happy eating, and until next time, try new food, guys. Bye.